And I like this too because they're all getting ready for this. And even with Mothman, he said at the precise time chosen, without a drink in him, Byron took point one last time.
Yeah.
It was the last time he did it, and the last time he was probably sober when he did it,
Probably, yeah.
You can tell him about your little Bane thing.
There's a line in here with Hollis talking to Blue Coat and Scout. Yeah. He's trying to figure out who they are, and Blue Coat says, "Who we are is not important."
And it just reminded us of Bane.
I read that in Bane's voice. I could not
matter who we are.
I couldn't help it. And both Blue Coat and the Scout Kid, they both say, "Doesn't really matter. We're here to stop bad men."
Yeah. Would it be better if we were dressed like birds?
Yeah, he says, "Touché."
Like that. So Mothman drops a whole big distraction of fireworks, basically, while they break in. And while this is going on, they're setting up the bomb. They're getting it ready to go.
Mm-hmm.
They run in guns a-blazing, because they're superheroes, but, they need to stop bad guys. So they got guns.
Yeah.
They're fighting them. What are you waiting for? Get in there. So they're heading up, and this is where the spiral staircase from the beginning of the comic was from.
Yeah.
They're going up the Statue of Liberty. And on their way up, Blue Coat, I
think so.
He gets shot. He gets shot dead, and he falls away, and Scout goes, "Dad." So now you know it's a father and son.
Father-son team.
We're trying to stop it. He loses his shit, Scout. He grabs a knife, and he's going to go kill the guy that killed his old man. He's running up there, and while this is going on, they're about to set off the bomb, and Byron flies down, like one arm hanging on one of the spikes from the tiara of the Statue of Liberty. He's taking them out. He's trying to slow them down. Gets knocked, falls into the water.
And his wing actually falls off. His wings fall off.
His wings fall off, too. And the little Scout is about to kill the old man, but Hollis shoots him in the head before he gets to it. And he even says to this day, "I wonder how it would have gone if I hadn't shot him." So basically, with that guy dead, his body falls and knocks Hollis down the stairs, so he can't get up in time. The bomb is about to go off. It's being sealed. It's weird. It explodes if it's sealed too long or something, like the pressure.
It gets unstable.
It's like a pressurized bomb, something like that. So it's about to blow up, and this Scout Kid, he literally runs up and opens it. It opens. It said it took the kid 6 seconds to pull the lid off that thing. He'd be dead in as many days. Yeah. Because obviously uranium,
lots of radiation,
highly radioactive. He gets over to the kid, takes off his mask. Kid was Japanese, so clearly it was people that wanted to were either in on it, and change their minds or something like that. It takes the kid to the hospital. This is the most radiation anyone has ever been exposed to in medical history, is the way he puts it. And it's really sad.
It is. This whole time he's talking about, this is the biggest thing we've ever done. We saved countless lives, but no one ever knew about it. The government just kind of swept it under the rug, and no one ever knew about it. So it made him sad because this kid is a hero. Yeah.
And the kid's even saying, they disguised it because he wanted to be like Night Owl. They were big into superheroes. And it was really sad, too, because the kid starts off looking normal. And you don't fully see him, but as the panels go along, they're kind of going along, each one's a day. You can see his arm gets all pink and kind of tumorous. And then eventually, it's his head and it's all swollen, and then the bed's empty.
There's one line that he says in this one that I really, really liked. Hollis is talking, inner monologuing, or I don't know, is this supposed to be in the book?
This is probably in the book.
It's probably in the book. Either way, he says his suffering was unbearable. The radiation did horrible things to his body. Looking back, I've realized this is why I have some kind of disdain for Dr. Manhattan.
Right.
Some dope forgets his watch and becomes a god on Earth. Some poor kid saves New York City and dies. He gets to suffer and die alone and forgotten. What kind of sick world is this?
That was
very powerful.
Because it's true, yeah.
It is true.
It was actually a hero and didn't get nothing.
Yep.
And after this, basically, the Minutemen disband. Yep. Not like a big meeting or anything. They all just kind of come together that they're sick about it. Yeah. They're all doing their different things. Hollis is still looking into the missing kids. Gets a call from Sally. Sally had her baby, Lori. And then it gets into the whole act where basically they have to say who they are to the FBI. They have to give up their secret identities.
The loyalty oath is what they were calling it.
The loyalty oath. They don't have to do it publicly.
No.
Of course, from the other comic book reviews, Hollis does eventually go public with it. But here they had to do that. So he's still exploring. It's 1955, still trying to find out who's doing this to these kids. And while he's scouting around, he catches Hooded Justice leaping around. And
before this, he is still a beat cop, just working the streets.
right, yeah.
Some woman walks up to him who knows him and says, "Hey, my son's been missing for a while. Last time I saw him, he was going to the circus."
Mm-hmm.
And that's when Hollis kind of realizes, is this the missing link that I've been looking for? All these kids have been disappearing when the circus is around, or something like that. So he
Yeah.
goes to the circus, this deserted circus,
True.
and that's where he sees Hooded Justice running around.
And while he's exploring and kind of going through his book or inner monologue, what have you, they have the tapes of Ursula, Silhouette, talking about what she knows about whoever's doing this. He is a German, of that I have no doubt. Even with a hood on, I hear the accent.
Yeah.
Justice, what an ironic name for such a man. Yeah. He basically gets into a room and gets jumped by Hooded Justice and gets all the shit kicked out of him.
I think this is the same room that him and Ursula found the first kids or something, or that's where he found her after getting into a fight.
Mm-hmm.
It's familiar to him because he's talking about, I don't want to go in there ever again just because of what happened the first time. So
basically comes to, he's locked in a big kind of padded room, like a little jail cell kind of. It's a torture room. There's an axe and a table, and the kid is strapped to a table.
Yeah.
And there's a whole bunch of tools around.
Mm-hmm.
And at that point, he said everything went black again.
Yeah.
And that's where the comic ends.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, Hooded Justice, go figure. He's a child killer.
Yeah.
Which would actually explain all this stuff, like where did Hooded Justice go? All
Yeah.
this stuff. He's really, but yeah, awesome comic. I'm really...
Brilliant comic.
Really sad that it's going to end.
Don't say that.
It's going to end
Don't
tomorrow.
talk about it. No, it doesn't.
It's going to end the next time it comes out. That's the last one.
Yeah, facts.
Kind of sad. But yeah, buy it.
Yes.
If you watched all this, buy it. You know this is good. Minutemen has been thoroughly enjoyable. I mean, most of these have been, but
Yeah.
Minutemen...
One of my favorites.
Minutemen's one of my favorites, and I just recommend it to anyone who's just kind of iffy. You know, maybe you don't want to see Rorschach or Dr. Manhattan or whatever get messed around. That's fine, I understand that. But at least with Minutemen, you don't know much.
Yeah.
They're not really doing it. If anything, they're making the characters more endearing.
Yes.
Kind of makes the universe a lot bigger.
Mm-hmm.
I like it. I like it a lot.
They're fleshing out what they had kind of left out
Mm-hmm.
in the Watchmen. Not that it had to be fleshed out.
Yeah.
It was fine as is, but now
it's-
that we have more
yeah.
detail about it,
Yeah.
it makes everything else seem that much more,
Mhm.
I don't know,
Good.
dramatic, better, whatever you want to say.
More,
but
yeah.
It's
Seems like a more tight
meaty
universe.
story.
And once again, if you don't like it, just don't read them. Stick with Watchmen. You're out of our club.
Yes, you are.
Anywho, once again, Kyriam Sparta.
Sarah.
If you had a good time here, like listening to our sexy voices,
Yeah.
hit that like or subscribe button, comment, favorite, tell your friends, tell your mom, tell
Santa.
the guy who diddles you at night, I don't know, whatever. Just tell them to come check out some reviews. And we actually have one more to go through. We're going to be doing a
Death of the Family.
Death of the Family, so look forward to that.
Mhm.